morning students, welcome to today's class. Today we are moving to the part of geography, chapter 9, life in the deserts. We all have heard about the deserts. In this chapter, we are discussing about the two types of deserts. One is hot desert and another one is the cold desert. Hot desert is Sahara. It is located in the continent of Africa, and Ladakh, we know that it is in India, in Jammu and Kashmir. And we are discussing what are the life of the people in this area and the animals that are growing or living in that hot desert and cold deserts. What are the activities done by the people in that area that we are discussing in this chapter.
Life in desert. A desert may be broadly described as a region which receives less than 25 centimeters of rainfall in an year. Desert regions may be hot or cold, sandy or rocky, but they do have one thing in common: dryness. They are very sparsely populated and devoid of vegetation owing to this reason. Thus, food and water, which are essential for life, are hard to find in deserts. Means of livelihood are limited and economic development is very slow. Despite all these difficulties, people live in deserts. Let us study about the lives of such people in two regions, Sahara and Ladakh. Sahara, a hot desert. Sahara is the biggest tropical desert in the world. It is located in North Africa and extends right across the continent from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the Red Sea in the east. It cuts across many African countries such as Algeria, Egypt, Libya, Sudan, Mali, Niger, and other North African countries. The Sahara was not always arid like its present form. Before the continents shifted away from one another, it was attached to the continent of Antarctica, and it also had streams and beautiful plants. Land and climate. Sahara is not absolutely a sandy desert. Only 1/4 of Sahara is sandy. The rest of the surface is covered with high mountains, plateaus, and plains. People think of this large desert as a huge stretch of shifting sand dunes, but a large part of it is rocky. Depressions formed by the action of wind are also found, and some of them contain oases. The rivers Nile and Niger flow along the borders of the desert region. Lake Chad is the only freshwater lake in this region. The climate of Sahara is very extreme type and is hot and dry. In summer, the temperature can shoot up to 55 degrees Celsius, while the winter temperature goes down to the freezing point. Rainfall is almost non-existent, less than 25 centimeters, and humidity is very low. The northern part of the desert receives some precipitation in winters, while the southern part receives some rainfall in summers. The winds are dry and scorching, and there is no cloud cover. This makes life difficult for the people living there. Natural vegetation. The vegetation of Sahara consists mainly of the scattered patches of grass and shrubs. Since water is scarce, the plants have developed the ability to conserve water content. They have long deep roots, waxy and short needle-like leaves, and thorny surfaces. The cactus, the babool, and thorny bushes are the only vegetation of this region. The oases found in some places of the desert have clusters of date palm trees. The Sahara is rich in minerals. Iron ore, manganese are found in the northern part of desert. The chief fuel resources, namely coal, petroleum, and natural gas, are also found mainly in north. Oil is drilled out in the countries like Libya, Algeria, and Egypt. The minerals have enabled these countries to get over with the problem of lack of water scarcity by establishing desalination plants for converting seawater into fresh drinking water. People lead a difficult life and had to adapt themselves to the harsh climatic conditions. Being sparsely populated, scattered clusters of human settlements are found in places like oases. The houses are built close together for shade and are designed to keep out the heat and sand. The Tuaregs and the Bedouins are the important nomadic tribes that move from place to place along with their herds of camel, sheep, and goat. The animals provide them with milk, meat, and skin, besides serving them as means of transportation. The camel is the most suitable animal and is called the ship of the desert, as it can survive without food and water for long durations. They move in big caravans looking for new pastures for their animals. Nomadic people live in temporary tents. Settled cultivation is practiced in the oasis where sufficient water is available. Wheat, barley, maize, millets, and beans are the main food crops. Date palm tree is highly valued as dates are eaten and its trunk provides timber. Its leaves are used for weaving baskets and thatching roofs and as fodder. The sap of tree is used as beverage. Cotton and sugarcane grown mainly in the Nile Valley are important commercial crops. Other occupations include trading, handicrafts, and mining. Trade centers have been developed around the oasis. The nomad brings milk, meat, leather, and wood to the oasis towns and exchanges for dates and other agro products. Now, tractors, automobiles, and airplanes are taking the place of the camel, and camel herders are declining. Scenic beauty of the deserts attract tourists to Sahara.
We have seen about the hot desert Sahara. It is located in the continent Africa. It's covering large part of northern Africa, and the vegetation of the Sahara desert, cactus, date palms, acacia are there, and animals that are growing, camels, hyenas, foxes, scorpions that are growing in the Sahara desert, and many nations. The discovery of oil make a tremendous changes in the Algeria and Libya. The people of that country, they got many opportunity, job opportunity while discovering the oil and other minerals. Read the textbook carefully. The rest of the chapter we will see in the next class.